Hi Vintage HQers, Darren here. I've got a surprise for Ashley. Been op shopping yesterday and I picked up a couple of things for him to give his opinion on, and one of them is a gift. I'm not going to let him know which is the gift at the moment or that I'm giving him something, so we'll just see what the reactions are and see what he thinks of these items I picked up yesterday. Hey Ash,
Yeah.
I've got a surprise for you.
Okay.
Oh, nearly took out the door there. All right.
Okay.
I have.
Whoa.
I want you to tell me
Whoa.
what that is.
Okay, well, it's a bag. It's a brown travel bag,
Yes.
and I am desperately searching in the back of my mind for the exact name of it. It's quite heavy. There's things in here.
There's something in there,
Something in here.
but it's very reminiscent of the one I bought.
It is almost the same as the one you've bought. This is wonderful. It's a beautiful bag.
So again, we're talking
Great
mid-century.
condition.
Mid-century bag, a doctor's type bag. Sometimes I think people call them Gladstone bags.
Gladstone bags, that was the name I was looking for.
When you'd walk to the factory.
You'd walk to the factory with your lunch and all of your stuff in there, or as you said, doctors. Something you think about. If you think about the old TV shows, even All Creatures Great and Small, not so much a doctor, a vet, but same thing. They'd have the bags like this, wouldn't they? They'd say,
would.
call the doctor. The doctor would come in with a black or brown bag and open it up. Should I open it up?
You should open it up because there's something inside it and I want to get your opinion
Okay.
on what you think about
Let's-
these little items.
Okay.
Buy the straps, Ash, buy the straps. That's it.
Okay. So, it's very good condition inside. And you've got the checked fabric again, which is wonderful. Beautiful green. And we have a Merry Christmas box.
Yes, a Merry Christmas box.
Merry
I know
Christmas
how you
box.
love surprises.
You do. Okay.
And everything we do is recycling and reusing. So
It is, which I absolutely love. Okay, onto the box. I'm a little bit nervous. There's nothing going to jump out at me there because it's a bit of a drop. All right.
I thought, these items I thought you might find some. What have we got there, Ash?
Sorry, viewers. We've got a Children No Longer,
And what's it
a
say?
practical guide on understanding the adolescence.
I thought of you when I bought this, Ash.
Did you? Yeah, just to try and understand me. This is brilliant. So, 1965 printed.
Yes.
And you can see the titles here. So, physical development, psychological development, spiritual development. So, number 10 in the guide series, a practical guide on understanding the adolescent. Forward by the late Professor Harry Sutton, OBE, Darren.
OBE.
Okay, so we've got
Order of the British Empire, or is it Officer of the British Empire?
Officer, I think it's Officer of the British Empire. So we've got Children No Longer, Guide to Womanhood, a reliable sex education booklet for young women. So again, let's look at the paragraph.
From Sale Technical
From
Library.
Sale Technical School Library. Oh, there you go. We love the technical schools. So this has got a forward from Harvey Sutton, the former president of the Father and Son Welfare Movement of Australia. I wonder if the Father and Son Welfare Movement of Australia still exists, Darren.
Including the mother and daughter section.
Including the mother and daughter section. So, okay, growing your body, your maturing mind, your life's quest.
And importantly, in each of these books that you've just looked at, there's vocation and religion. There's a
Vocation and
connection to
there
religion.
is, isn't there? Yes. Okay, we've got more, Darren. We've got more. Guide through teen years. Again, reliable sex education booklet for girls 12 to 14 years old. From Father and Son publication. This is number 2. We've got late Professor Harvey Sutton again. We've got the wonderful forward here from him, 1964. So 1964, 1965. And again, if we have a quick scan through the titles, you can read it. I don't need to read them out.
Life means growth.
Life means growth.
The growth of a new life. We grow in other ways. Some important notes.
Yep.
Plan for our lives, Ash.
Plan for our lives. And interesting, you've got services here, so interests and hobbies. So service.
And appearance.
And
I think
appearance.
there was something like good health
Good and appearance.
appearance. Very important.
So I need to know these things, Darren, because I don't take my appearance. Okay, well, and the final one. Yes, the Guide Through Childhood. So a reliable booklet for young Australian girls. This is edited by Professor Harvey Sutton. So, when was this printed? When was 1959? So, given that he did the edits on this one, but he obviously passed away in 1960 or so, Darren.
Very, very observant.
This is what
of
we
you.
do, Vintage HQ viewers, is we use logic to work out stories. And so you can see Harvey Sutton was the president.
Or is that signed? Is it signed?
Signed Harvey Sutton,
Yes.
president, father and son welfare.
Including mother and
Mother and
daughter.
daughter section. So we have Miracle of Life, Wonder of Human Babies, Up from Childhood, and Guideposts. These are fascinating books. These are a real insight, though, into the 1950s, 60s education. This is how, I presume, my parents, your parents, would have had these sort of booklets.
And having those difficult conversations.
And having
as a
those
parent.
difficult conversations. Whereas I think when it was time for me to have those conversations, we had books like Where Did I Come From?
I remember that.
Remember
That's a
that
cartoon.
book? The
book.
cartoon book, yes. So what an absolutely wonderful glimpse, though,
Yes.
into education in that golden period of the 50s and 60s.
And we will have a bit of a read of the
We
viewers.
will. We'll have a bit of a read, and we'll see where I went wrong with my No, she's a lovely girl.
We will post some, I
Yeah.
guess, interesting commentary on
Yeah.
sex education in the 1950s and 1960s.
And I think that's important to note, Darren, is that these capture a point in time. And that's what I think will be really interesting to look at and see how was it written, what are the values. I got a sense from the titles that
Yes.
there's a bit more focus on religion and a little bit more focus. What I found interesting though was a lot of talk around service and
Hobbies.
seemed to be hobbies and the
Keep yourself distracted, actually.
having a broader life. So
Abstinence makes the heart grow
Abstinence.
fonder.
eat cornflakes in the morning. Viewers, you'll know what I mean. Okay. What else is in here, Darren? Because we're going to get ourselves into trouble.
And they're not connected, by the way. They're not connected, Ashley.
Okay. This looks like a card deck for the 2009 Melbourne Vixens, of course, netball.
Netball.
And so we'll open up. We'll have a look at some of these.
Just don't drop them, please. Because it's a long way down.
He knows me too well. So on the front, we've got signed. So we've got obviously the title card. So the major sponsors, really nice. They're not trading cards. They're quite like a thick plastic, but all signed.
So what you're holding
All
there,
signed,
Ashley, is
yeah.
a 2009 Premiership team signed set of cards
That is fantastic.
from the Melbourne Vixens Netball Club.
That is fantastic.
Quite rare.
Very rare. I don't think I've ever seen these before. I'm just having a look. Will there be any names here that will still be familiar for people?
Well, when you think about it, what's that, 16 years
16
ago?
years ago, yeah.
So most of these players will not be playing now.
They won't be playing now, but wonder whether any of them have entered. I'm thinking if they've entered commentary or media.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I know there is a strong interest in the Melbourne Vixens because they're still a current team.
Caitlin Thwaites. Wonder if any relation to John Thwaites, the Victorian politician, was he not?
Now you're showing your age.
Now I'm very showing my age. Okay,
it's
what a
lovely-
wonderful and in the original case too. So
Yes.
this is in exceptional condition. I can tell you, viewers, that the cards they're as if brand new. There's no marks on them, no stains. The case itself is in great condition. What a great pickup, Darren! What a great pickup! All right, and we've got the final.
Now the final one.
Okay. Unfortunately, my German is not good, but we are looking at a German stein.
Yep.
So I'm not going to even try and.
So that's
do you want
Nuremberg,
Nuremberg, and then
and it's the brewery. It's the brewery.
Yep,
It's
so
a
it's the
brewery
brewery.
from Nuremberg.
okay, and it's a 0.5 litre
Yes,
flagon. Again, in quite good condition.
it is. And have a look at the base of the handle. You might see something.
West Germany.
West Germany.
So for those viewers
Yes.
who may not remember, Germany, as we know it, used to be separated, Darren.
It was.
to East Germany and West Germany.
So that
With the,
gives the date of it.
So 19... Oh, I'm going to get this wrong because I'm on camera.
89,
1989-90 was when the Berlin Wall came down. The Germany separated after World War II. So you're talking about a relatively narrow period in time of that sort of 1946 through to 1989. So what a wonderful find. And yes, obviously printed in West Germany to distinguish it from East Germany.
Yes. And the interesting thing is it's a very controversial logo. So the logo of the brewery
yes,
was
is.
a moorhead,
Yes.
which is very controversial now.
Very controversial. I hadn't picked that up at first. I was trying to decipher the reading.
Yes.
So again, capturing a point in time, capturing a point in history is considered controversial now. At the time, this is obviously what the brewery had gone with, or before, whenever they were established. But this is what I love, Darren. It's the same as the books. It's a glimpse back in to what was society like 30, 40, 50 years ago. It's absolutely wonderful. What a great gift. And the box itself, Darren, is just...
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Viewers, should you be watching this in May, that's all right. Christmas for next year.
Or
This year. I get confused, Darren.
All right. And finally, Ashley, you know how I've got my own Gladstone bag?
Yes.
Which is very similar to that.
Yes.
This is now your Gladstone bag.
No.
You know I like to
Serious?
give you presents.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Oh, we've got matching bags. We've got vintage HQ bags now.
And viewers, to our children will really appreciate it, I'm sure, when they see footage of Ashley and I walking with our Gladstone bags together in our vintage HQ tops.
They'll love it, Darren. They'll love it. They'll love it. What a fantastic gift. Thank you so much. That's absolutely wonderful.
My pleasure.
So we might call it there, viewers, because I'm going to start crying. It's a lovely, lovely gift. So as always, like, subscribe, give us your comments. We'd love to hear your feedback. We'll catch you again later on.